Today we're going to be looking at Our Lady of Guadalupe Roman Catholic School mission statement. This work has been completed by Delmi Hernandez, Janely Rivera, and Gaspar Carballo. The table of content goes as follows. First, we're going to analyze the mission statement of Our Lady of Guadalupe Roman Catholic School. Then, we are going to focus on the three educational theories that are linked with the mission, starting with humanism, followed by neo-scholasticism, and finally with essentialism. Lastly, we will do the references. The statement for Our Lady of Guadalupe states that it is founded upon a strong Catholic faith which promotes and develops the aptitudes of its teachers and students through educational excellence, creativity, and innovation. In partnership with the teachers, parents, and the community, the teacher ensures that all students have the opportunity to develop intellectually, artistically, physically, socially, and spiritually to become successful citizens and contribute positively to the community. While analyzing the mission statement, we concluded that there were three major educational theories that were visible on this mission. First, humanism, then neo-scholasticism, and lastly, essentialism.
As we move on, we see a humanistic approach to the mission. Humanism seeks to move beyond that jail mentality of school systems. Humanism seeks to move away from the adversary relationships so often found between student and teachers, teachers and parents, teachers and education stakeholders as a whole. On the contrary, it seeks to create educational relationships permeated with trust and a sense of security. As central to the humanistic movement in education has been a desire to create learning environments in which children are free from intense competition, harsh discipline, and the fear of failure. John Holtz, in his How Children Fail, captures the humanistic view of human nature as it relates to learning when he wrote that children are by nature smart, energetic, curious, eager to learn, and good at learning, that they do not need to be bribed and bullied to learn, that they can learn best when they are happy, active, involved, and interested in what they are doing, that they learn least or not at all when they are bored, threatened, humiliated, or frightened. Next, if we look at William Glaser's institutional format, Schools Without Failure, we can see that he holds that there are two kinds of human failure: failure to love and failure to achieve self-worth. According to Glaser, schools have traditionally failed because they have not established warm interpersonal relationships through which the students' needs for love and a sense of self-worth has been satisfied. The role of the school should be to provide a warm and non-threatening environment in which those needs can be met. This atmosphere will provide an effective context for learning. All of this, the humanistic principle and institutional format described, we can find in the mission statement as it states. In partnership with the teachers, parents, and the community, the school ensures that all students have the opportunity to develop.
Neo-scholasticism, derived from scholasticism, was a movement and a philosophy that sprang up during medieval times in Europe, approximately 1050 and 1350 AD, originating mostly in universities, which are centers for learning, and were then predominantly controlled by the Catholic Church. This movement began due to the interactions with the Muslim world, who had preserved many of the writings of Aristotle. Thus, the Church's ideas began to merge with his. And one of the prime people we know that was a follower of this philosophy was none other than Thomas Aquinas. Ring a bell? He was a strong believer that people should learn as much as they can through human reason and have faith in matters that cannot be reasoned about. The very core of what Neo-Scholasticism preaches. Thus, we see a strong link between the mission of Our Lady of Guadalupe, Roman Catholic school, and Neo-Scholasticism because they both emphasize a strong Catholic faith that will help students and teachers in the institution to promote and develop their abilities. Students are spiritual beings that the school is helping to acquire knowledge and relate to God through the reinforcement of the Catholic faith. The outcomes of this is that these young minds are being guided and strengthened to think just like the very core of Neo-Scholasticism promotes. And the teachers are also part of this experience to help students understand the world by providing them with the opportunity to grow and develop to understand the truths of the world.
Furthermore, to finalize our analysis on the mission statement of Our Lady of Guadalupe, one must be able to give a feedback on the clear relationship between essentialism and the mission, as both promote a spiritual life where it fosters students to become successful citizens and contribute positively to the community. Also, in an essentialism, we're able to see how their main goal is to transmit moral values, as I mentioned, to promote model citizens. Also, in Our Lady of Guadalupe Primary School, they foster Catholicism, which is a religion that fosters strong moral values for people, or in this case, students, to be able to become good citizens. As teachers, we're also expected to teach traditional values and virtues, just like in essentialism. This is why we say that it is clear the relationship between essentialism and the mission statement of Our Lady of Guadalupe Primary School. We have now come to an end of our presentation. Here are our references and thank you for your time.